Hi there, fabric and yarn jugglers. It's Babs here from MyFieryPhoenix, and today I'm giving you a bit of an update on my business and where I'm going in terms of tutorials, what I've been working on, and some of the projects that I've got coming up in the autumn. This summer has been, for us, the best summer that we have ever had. Some of you are aware that I've got a child with special needs, and our summer holidays are normally absolutely horrendous. But this year, for one reason or another, we've actually managed to get our act together, and everything has worked as a family, with friends, and we've had the best summer holiday ever. And as a result of that, I've actually had some time to sit back and think, because I haven't had a huge workload of projects and other bits and pieces to be concentrating on, because I was devoting my time to my children. And in that time, I've actually been able to have one of those sort of light bulb moments where everything just falls into place, and you know why you're here, what you're doing, what you want to achieve, and it's all sort of coalesced. I'm going to be sharing that with you today, and if you want to know a bit more about that, then stick around and I'll tell you. So this probably won't come as a surprise to most of you, but I am a nurturer by nature. I like to help people, I like to help others, and so I've come to the conclusion that my passion is that I want to nurture beginners and the nervous crafters that are out there, those that feel they don't have the confidence to take on, and Sophie's off, those that don't have the confidence to take on a larger project or a more complicated project. So every pattern that I write, every tutorial that I create is specifically crafted to give access to anybody, whether you've got tons of experience and loads of skills, or whether you really are just starting out, or you've never been able to progress beyond the really basic level of sewing, quilting, crochet or knitting. And so to that end, I'm not going to be working on custom projects for people anymore. I am going to be focusing solely on creating patterns, creating courses, and creating content and videos. So these tutorials that are for free are still going to be there. The written tutorials that are for free are still going to be there on my blog. That won't change. But what I will be doing is I will be releasing more patterns in knitting, sewing, quilting and crochet, which will look impressive, but they will have very, very simple stitches, very simple techniques that anyone will be able to put together to make this impressive looking item. Some of the best feedback that I've received, some of the most consistent feedback that I've received from people is how simple and easy to follow my tutorials and patterns are. So I'm going to be focusing in on that and creating more of those. So this is one of the reasons that I've sent out the recent emails asking for new testers, because there will be a lot more patterns coming out that will require testing. I don't sell patterns that haven't been tested. I will be doing a separate video discussion around why patterns, you have to charge for patterns as against for free, because somebody did ask me recently, they seem to be quite disgusted with me, that there was a tutorial around a pattern that wasn't a free pattern. So I will be addressing that as a whole separate video. So in addition to the patterns, I will be continuing to do reviews for products, so that you know where to spend your money, or where you feel confident spending money if you don't have oodles, if you're just starting out. I will be continuing to create tutorials for you, so if there is a specific skill set or topic or subject that you want, there is a request page on my blog. I'll put a link to that in the description below, so you can let me know there. I can't guarantee when that topic will hit the recording schedule or the published schedule. However, it won't be forgotten about. If it's on that list, it will be tackled at some point. Some of the projects that I've got coming up are knitting, sewing, crochet courses. So you'll be able to study those online at your own pace. they'll be coming up. I won't go into great detail for that. There's going to be a crochet graph gang club. Again, I'm not going to go into massive detail about that at the moment. When we get closer to launch, then I'll let you know more detail. I'm currently working on the Style Craft Carousel Crochet Along, or CAL, so you may well have seen quite a few pictures of that coming up. The CAL itself has been quite secret squirrel, so I can't tell you any more details because it's a very time-bound project. But hopefully there's a lot of you out there who've been enjoying it, and again, I've been having some amazing feedback from people in that they're saying that I've made the actual project accessible to them, which again is just feeding back into this nurturing element of what I'm doing, which is just wonderful to see that everything's lining up in that way. And I've also been writing a sewing book for starting to sew. So I know that I've done a lot of crochet and knitting stuff recently, but that's just because that's what's actually made it to the screen or to the video or to the tutorial stage. Whereas I've got a book that I'm writing at the moment, and there will be shortly a 5 skirts in 5 days challenge. So we'll be creating, it's a free challenge, you don't have to pay to join up, but I will be covering the techniques that you use to create a selection of 5 different skirt patterns and types. We'll be creating them on miniature versions, so they'll be for 18-inch dolls, and that is purely because the techniques that you use on the small scale are the same as the techniques that you use on a large, fully sized skirt. And there'll be some extra bonuses and other bits and pieces for those that actually complete the 5-day challenge in the 5 days. So there's a whole ton of stuff that I've been working on in the background that will be released to you all soon, and I really hope that this slight change of direction and the fact that it's becoming more of a business in the background and has more direction is going to mean that you get far more out of the Starting to Sew group, the Starting to Crochet group, the Starting to Knit group, the tutorials, and the MyFieryPhoenix channel on YouTube. This is the next pattern that I'll be releasing, which is coming out on Monday, so you'll see that in the Ravelry shops, and there will be a discount for 24 hours and 24 hours only for this particular pattern before it goes to full price. I will send out a newsletter to everybody that is interested in knitting to let you know what the details are and how you go about buying it. And if you haven't yet, and you are part of my mailing list, please make sure that you sign in and let me know which areas you're interested in: sewing, knitting, crochet, or quilting, so that I don't send you information on stuff that is of no interest to you whatsoever. I only want to send you stuff that you are interested in. So I think that's it for now, and hopefully I will see you soon. Bye for now.